You want to be here if you guys are not able to?
I'm here.
move
I'm here. I'm here. Don't ask me that question. I'm here. It's disrespectful towards myself and my teammate. I wear that jersey every single day. Disrespectful towards the organization, my coaching staff, myself, and all the people that work hard for me to come out here and say, I don't want to be here. Don't ask me that question. I'm here. I'm putting on the jersey. And as long as I'm here, I'm going to give everything I have, even in the last second of the game.
If you're asking who should trade for Giannis Antetokounmpo, you're thinking too small. The real question is, who wouldn't trade for this monster of a player? The guy is a walking nightmare in transition, sprinting coast to coast like a freight train that refuses to slow down. If your defense doesn't send that second man early, you might as well kiss the rim goodbye because he's coming in hot and high. And it's not just about scoring. Giannis isn't out there laying the ball up nicely, he's posterizing defenders left and right. Even when help slides over, it barely matters. He still powers his way straight to the cup like it's nothing. There's a reason why he's running away with the league lead in dunks per game. Nobody else is even close. When a guy that tall can dribble full speed, take off from beyond the dotted line, and finish like that, you're dealing with something truly terrifying. He doesn't just intimidate inside either. His presence alone messes with defenses the same way a deadly shooter would. And if that wasn't unfair enough, imagine the chaos if OKC, the same team that's already tearing up the league with their physical defense and reigning MVP, somehow added Giannis to their squad. That would be wild. With their ridiculous stash of draft picks and a loaded bench, OKC could actually pull off a deal for him without even touching their big three. When you look at how valuable guys like Isaiah Hartenstein, Alex Caruso, and Cason Wallace are, plus the fact that OKC is sitting on a mountain of first-round picks, it's straight up wild. They've got the Clippers' 2026 pick, and that one could end up sky high if the Clippers fall off. Then there's another Clippers pick in 2027, the Dallas pick in 2028, and even Denver's in 2029. That's a treasure chest full of assets just waiting to be cashed in. The only real challenge? Matching salaries. Giannis is set to average around $58 million a year for the next 3 seasons. That's superstar money right there. You can tell OKC's front office is starting to see that Jet alone can't hold his own against Wemby. They need a real powerhouse big man to go toe-to-toe with that massive French sensation. And let's be honest, it's gotta sting that OKC still hasn't beaten San Antonio in 3 tries this season. The Spurs are only getting stronger as their young squad keeps developing, and that's bad news for any team aiming for dominance. One of Giannis's biggest weapons lately has been his post-up game. He's leaning on it more than ever this year. Among the 21 players in the NBA with at least 50 post-ups, he's proving he's not just a slasher anymore. He's mastering the art of bullying defenders down low. Giannis is sitting at 4th in efficiency right now, and it's no accident. Doc Rivers has clearly tapped into something special with those new lineups. Playing big man Miles Turner next to Giannis has been a game changer. It forces opposing defenses to throw smaller defenders on Giannis, and that's basically asking to get bullied in the paint. He's punishing mismatches harder than ever, finishing with insane precision and confidence. He's clearly most dangerous on that left block, where he loves to hit defenders with that nasty spin toward the baseline, and when he does, it's almost impossible to stop. The Bucks don't even need to complicate their offense anymore. With all those size mismatches, all they gotta do is spread the floor, sit back, and watch him go to work. Every time he gets that touch inside, it's either a smooth layup or an explosive dunk. No wasted motion, no mercy. If Giannis were to head to OKC, he might not feast on as many mismatches, especially if Hartenstein is part of the trade package. But imagine another wild possibility. Giannis joining forces with Wemby in San Antonio. That would be unreal. 2 towering freaks of nature locking down the paint together? Teams would be terrified to even drive inside. And here's the kicker, the Spurs actually can make it happen. They've got loads of promising young talent and some spicy first-round picks that Milwaukee would definitely want. Plus, with the aforementioned Hawks spiraling fast and the Spurs holding that 2026 pick swap, things could get very interesting very soon. The Spurs still have their own 2027 pick, a slick pick swap with Boston in 2028, and the real prize, that juicy 2031 pick swap with Sacramento. That one could be a total game changer. Just picture this, trading away De'Aaron Fox, Harrison Barnes, and however many picks Milwaukee demands. That move would hand the keys to Stephon Castle, a young star who's already flashing superstar potential while opening up way more minutes for Dylan Harper, who's hungry to prove himself. That kind of shakeup could throw OKC completely off balance. The Spurs could literally build a dynasty overnight and shut down OKC's run after just one dominant season. Now, the Bucks might not let it slide without getting a young gun back in the deal. That could mean parting with either Castle or Harper. Tough call, but honestly, that's a sacrifice the Spurs might be willing to make if it means pairing Giannis with Wemby. That duo could be nightmare fuel for every front court in the league. Another squad that could really make a move for Giannis is the Detroit Pistons. They've got a golden chance sitting in a weakened Eastern Conference, and pairing Giannis with Allen star guard Cade Cunningham would be absolutely wild. That combo would be a nightmare for defenses. Strength, speed, and pure skill all in one package. The only catch? Detroit would have to sacrifice some of their precious shooting depth, which they already lack badly. Still, adding Giannis could completely shift their identity overnight. Detroit's offense has struggled whenever plays break down. They need that one guy who can just take over, put his head down, and get a bucket when everything stalls. That's where Giannis shines. He's not just a paint bully anymore. Lately, he's been cooking defenders in the mid-range too, especially when he can't power straight to the rim. Sure, his mid-range numbers have dipped a bit this season in a small sample, but don't let that fool you. That shot's coming back, and when it does, watch out. And honestly, his biggest flaw, the lack of a consistent three-point shot, doesn't even matter. He dominates at an MVP level without it. That's how much of a force he is. Oh, and just to spice things up, in that small sample size this season, Giannis has actually been hitting from deep at a solid clip. The man just keeps adding layers to his game. Nah, the real problem for Giannis isn't the three-pointer, it's those free throws. Because he attacks the rim so aggressively, he's almost always near the top of the league in free throw attempts. But here's the kicker. Only 7 players in NBA history have ever averaged at least 9 free throws per game while shooting under 65%. That's rough. It means when playoff pressure hits and every point counts, he can suddenly turn from unstoppable to shaky if teams start sending him to the line. When defenders realize that, they foul him on purpose, and that hesitation creeps in. Suddenly, he's not attacking with the same fearless energy he usually brings, and that's when things get tense. You can see where the issues start too. The first big fix, he needs to angle his feet slightly to the left. That helps line up his elbow perfectly with the rim for a smoother stroke. But that's not the only problem. It's his rhythm that really messes him up. Watch closely and you'll notice it. His legs bend and straighten before his arms even start to lift for the shot. That timing's all over the place. Without that smooth energy transfer from his knees through his arms, the motion feels choppy, and that's why so many shots rim out. He ends up forcing extra power with his arms instead of letting his whole body flow naturally. Until Giannis cleans up that rhythm, his free throws are always going to be hit or miss when the lights get brightest. Still, even with that free throw flaw, Giannis remains one of the most unstoppable forces the league has ever seen. When he gets rolling downhill, there's almost nothing defenders can do but pray he misses or fouls himself out of rhythm. His mix of size, speed, and control is something the NBA has rarely witnessed, and every year he finds new ways to make his game scarier. Lately, you can see his patience growing. He's reading defenses better, kicking the ball out when traps come, and trusting his teammates more than ever. That's what makes him so dangerous now. He's no longer just a one-man wrecking crew. He's becoming a full-on floor general with muscle. When that combination clicks, you're looking at pure dominance. And think about this. If Giannis ends up getting traded to a squad like OKC, San Antonio, or even Detroit, the balance of power in the entire league could shift overnight. Each of those teams would instantly jump into contender status, and you can bet the rest of the NBA would be scrambling to keep up. Whether it's with the Bucks or somewhere new, Giannis is the kind of player who changes everything. The style of play, the confidence of his teammates, and even how opposing teams build their defenses. His presence alone makes a franchise believe they can win it all. One thing's for sure, wherever Giannis goes next, chaos and greatness are guaranteed. What makes Giannis even more fascinating is how his game keeps evolving every single season. He's not satisfied just being dominant, he's obsessed with getting better. You can see him working on the small things, tightening his handle, making sharper reads, and turning those mid-range looks into real weapons. Every time people doubt him, he comes back stronger and adds something new to his arsenal. That hunger is what separates him from almost everyone else in the league. Off the court too, his mindset is pure competitor energy. Giannis doesn't care about the noise. He's locked in on one thing: winning. That's why the idea of him landing on a younger, hungry team is so exciting. Imagine him walking into a locker room full of up-and-comers, instantly setting the tone with that relentless drive. Guys like Wemby, Castle, or Kate. And the craziest part? He's still in his prime. We're talking about a player who's already got MVPs, a championship, and the respect of the entire league, yet he's still nowhere near finished. The moment he fixes those free throws and fully locks in his jumper, it's over for everyone else. Whether he stays loyal to Milwaukee or makes that blockbuster move somewhere new, one thing's clear: Giannis isn't just playing for stats, he's chasing legacy. If Giannis really does decide to move, the ripple effect across the league would be wild. Every contender would be scrambling to make space, every GM would be picking up the phone, and every fan base would lose its mind. Just think about it. A player with his power, consistency, and leadership doesn't hit the trade market often. Wherever he lands instantly becomes must-watch basketball. Milwaukee, of course, would hate to see him go, but even they might have to face reality soon. If the Bucks can't build another title squad around him, Giannis could easily look elsewhere, somewhere younger, faster, and hungrier to win now. Teams like OKC, San Antonio, and Detroit would be throwing everything they have at Milwaukee just to get a seat at the table. The bidding war alone would make headlines for weeks. And imagine the impact on the floor. A Giannis-led OKC could dominate both ends of the court, while a Spurs lineup with him and Wemby would be straight up terrifying. Even Detroit would finally have their superstar duo, a foundation to rise back to relevance in the East. No matter where he goes, the league's balance would shift instantly. One thing's certain, Giannis isn't just a player, he's a movement. When his name hits trade talks, every franchise starts dreaming big and every fan starts believing again. At the end of the day, Giannis represents something the NBA doesn't see often: a superstar who combines pure dominance with an unshakable work ethic. He's built his entire career on effort, humility, and hunger, never getting too comfortable, never letting the spotlight change him. That's why fans everywhere respect him, even if their team's the one getting dunked on. If a trade ever does go down, it won't just be about who gets Giannis, it'll be about who can handle him. You're not just adding a player, you're adding a culture. He's the type who walks into a locker room and instantly raises expectations. Practices get tougher, players start working harder, and suddenly mediocrity isn't tolerated anymore. That's the Giannis effect. He forces greatness out of everyone around him. And no matter where he ends up, OKC, San Antonio, Detroit, or even somewhere wild like Miami or Toronto, one truth stays the same: Giannis changes everything. He changes how defenses rotate, how offenses run, and even how teams prepare in the offseason. The man is a walking franchise shift. So, whether he stays in Milwaukee or sparks the next great NBA super team, one thing's for sure: Giannis' story is far from finished. His next move could rewrite the entire league's future, and fans everywhere are just waiting for that bombshell moment to drop. The wildest part about all this, Giannis still feels like he's got another gear to reach. As crazy as that sounds, the man keeps evolving every season. Sharper footwork, smoother passing, and more patience under pressure. It's like he studies every flaw people point out and turns it into fuel. You can't teach that kind of drive. It's built from deep within. If he really hits that next level, the league better be ready, because it's going to get scary. Picture Giannis knocking down free throws consistently, draining mid-range shots, and still bulldozing defenders at the rim. How do you even game plan for that? Coaches would lose sleep trying to find an answer, and defenders would rather foul out than get caught under one of his dunks. And let's not forget the impact on young players watching him grind year after year. Giannis is showing the next generation that greatness doesn't come from hype, it comes from relentless effort. His story is proof that with heart and hard work, you can go from unknown to unstoppable. So, whether he stays loyal to Milwaukee or shakes up the league with a massive trade, one thing's crystal clear. Giannis isn't done writing his legacy. The best version of him might still be on the way, and when it arrives, the entire NBA will have no choice but to adjust. At this point, there's no denying it. Giannis is a once-in-a-generation talent. He's the kind of player who completely changes a franchise the second he walks through the door. Whether he's dominating with Milwaukee or shaking up the league with a blockbuster move, every team in the NBA knows when Giannis is locked in, nobody's safe. His strength, speed, and work ethic are unmatched. He doesn't just play the game, he redefines it. If he joins a young, hungry squad like OKC or San Antonio, the league might have to brace for another dynasty run. But even if he stays in Milwaukee, you know he's coming back stronger, sharper, and more dangerous than ever. That's what makes him special. He never settles. Every offseason, he adds something new to his game, proving time and time again that greatness is built through grind, not hype. Giannis isn't just chasing stats, he's chasing history. And no matter where he plays next, fans everywhere are going to be locked in, watching every move, every dunk, every moment of greatness unfold. Because when Giannis takes the court, you feel it, the energy, the fire, the determination to win at all costs. If you've enjoyed this breakdown and want more NBA stories, drama, and deep dives like this, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and drop a comment with your take. Tell us, where do you think Giannis should go next? Let's talk hoops.